But we begin this hour with President Trump's vow to Americans that the war with Iran will end soon. Speaking in a primetime address to the nation, the president defended his decision to attack Iran and said the U.S. military needs more time.
Thank you. I've made clear from the beginning of Operation Epic Fury that we will continue until our objectives are fully achieved. Thanks to the progress we've made, I can say tonight that we are on track to complete all of America's military objectives shortly, very shortly. We're going to hit them extremely hard over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to...
CBS News chief Washington analyst Robert Costa has been talking to sources close to the president. Bob, good morning. So the president gives an address, kind of address that most presidents give before the start of the war. Now he's doing it a month into the war. Did it tell you anything about what I think most Americans want to know about? Will we see boots on the ground in Iran?
Good morning. It tells you a lot about this moment and President Trump. He is exerting executive power, as we've seen from many presidents in both parties over the past quarter century. When it comes to war powers, he's not taking the case to Congress before a military conflict. He's speaking to the nation in the midst of conflict. And you see a real aggressive approach right now from President Trump. There's no signal that he wants to wind this down in any way or use ground troops. It's really about how he navigates so many issues, trying to get toward a deal, and he wants to leave a lot of options on the table.
I'm curious, you have many sources. What are your sources telling you about how they're feeling or thinking about his remarks? And you've talked to the president himself. But first, let's hear what the sources are saying to you.
Well, those around President Trump say privately, he's a lot like he is publicly, Gayle, that he is confident that they've depleted many of the military assets of the Iranian government. And at this point, it's a question of when they, at some level, start to get out. But they want to make sure the situation's stable in terms of the economic reality, the Strait of Hormuz. And they want to make sure that the Iranians are not going to threaten U.S. targets or allied targets in any way.
So how does he view this war, Bob, and how is he balancing it with public opinion? Because right now the public opinion is not on his side on this.
I've spoken to him about this. He does not perceive his foreign policy as some kind of muscular nation-building approach, even though he took that action in Venezuela. He's considering action in Cuba. He took this military conflict to Iran. He is someone who views the world through perceived threats to the United States, and he's looking at the threat of a nuclear power, a nuclear weapon from Iran, and he wants to, in a sense, check that box to make sure that he addresses it as president.
All right, Bob, thank you. Always good to see you.